access to opportunity is equal. And I do think there's going to be more inequality. And the reason for this inequality is because actually Steve Jobs made this analogy. It's like the best taxi driver in New York is like 20% better than the average taxi driver. The best programmer can be 10x better. We say the 10x engineer. Now the variance will be in the 1000x, right? Like the best entrepreneur that can leverage those agents could be better. It could be 1,000 times better than someone who doesn't have the grit, doesn't have the skill, doesn't have the ambition, right? So that will create a world. Yes, there's massive access to opportunity, but there are people who will
seize it, and then
seize it.
And then there'll be people who don't. I imagine it almost like a marathon race. And AI has two superpowers. One superpower is to distract people, such as TikTok algorithm.
That's right.
And the other superpower is to make you hyper creative. So you become a hyper consumer or a hyper creator. And in this marathon race, the vast majority of people have got their shoes tied together because AI is distracting them. Some people are running traditional race. Some people have got a bicycle, and some people have got a Formula One vehicle. And it's going to be very confronting when the results go on the scoreboard and you see, oh, wait a second, there's a few people who finished this marathon in about 30 minutes, and there's a lot of us who finished in like 18 hours because we had our shoes tied together. And I can't understand, if we've got equal opportunity, why there's so much disparity between how fast it, I'm using an analogy, but this idea that, someone, like a lot of people are going to start earning $1 million a month. And a lot of people are going to say, hey, I can't even get a job for $15 an hour. There's going to be this kind of interesting wedge.
Well, but I hear in what both of you are saying a kind of assumption that this will all be done on the up and up. And I do want to I am not a doomer. I agree that the doomers are likely incorrect, that their fears are misplaced. But I do think we have a question of a related rates problem. I said the potential for good here is infinite and the potential for bad is 10 times, right? What I mean is there are lots of ways in which this obviously empowers people to do things that they were going to be otherwise stuck in the mundane process of learning to code and then figuring out how to make the code work and bring it to market and all of that. And this solves a lot of those problems. And that's obviously a good thing. Really, what we should want is the wealth creation object as quickly as we can get there. But the problem is, as much as that hyper creative individual is empowered to make wealth, the person who is interested in stealing may be even more empowered. And I'm concerned about that at a pretty high level. The abuse cases may outnumber the use cases, and we don't have a plan for what to do about that.
Can I give you a quick introduction here, like the optimistic view? OpenAI invented the first version of GPT came out in 2019. 2020 was GPT-2. And so OpenAI, now they get a lot of criticism and lawsuit from Elon Musk that they're no longer open source, right? They used to be. The reason is, in GPT-2, they said, we are no longer going to open source this technology because it's going to create opportunities for abuse, such as